And y'all know how we do. It's me, the Big Hurt, and you tuned in to Hurt's World, man. Season 7, episode 13. Lucky number 13. And some say others think it's a jinx. Who knows? Who cares? Um, what I do know is it is Cinco de Mayo. It is a week before I turn 38. It is a week before the 3-year anniversary of Hurt's World. I have started drinking about 10 minutes ago, and the liquor has not kicked it. With that being said, um, the views and the expressions said on Herc's World are those of Herc and his co-host for the evening. Please do not what they say on TV. Please do not viewer discretion. You know what? Viewer discretion is advised. We're gonna leave it just like that. Viewer discretion is advised. So if you're gonna be in your feelings and you can't really just take certain things, probably not gonna be the show for you. For the simple fact, I don't know what's going on with today. So, um, unless you've been living under a rock, we've been doing auditions for your calls for the show. The voting has now started. It started about 8 o'clock this morning. I will give y'all a update later in the show. Let y'all know where y'all can go to vote and cast your votes so that you can help me choose the newest co-host of Hershey. Um, Tonight we have two of the finalists on with me. I'm not going to tell y'all who, just because I don't want to. I'll let them introduce themselves when they get here. With all that being said, we're gonna go to break. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Hertz, where I am your girlfriend's favorite podcast host, Big Hurt. And if she says I'm not, that hoe's a liar. Without further ado, man, I'm gonna shut up and let the the people of the evening do what they do. So, come on, mute. Tell the people who you.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I am Ro. Definitely ready to co-host to talk my stuff. Definitely ready to bring a different perspective, a little love, a little light, maybe a little thunder. Who knows? But I am Ro.
Thunder?
Maybe depending on what we
Hmm,
talking about.
interesting.
Everything ain't love and light.
Hmm, interesting. What up, my guy?
What's going on, man? What's going on? It's your boy Cord TV. You might have seen me on Fixing the Game, or you might have seen me on the movie Going Legit, or No Excuses, but or some other people's podcasts. I'm just out here trying to get it, man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be the best, very best. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get this co-host spot. Vote for your boy. I'm trying to bring that good energy. You know, that debate energy and make some good points. Get at it.
So you a celebrity?
No, no, I'm not a celebrity. I'm I'm what's the word for it?
A celebrity?
Nah, I'm just an actor. I'm an actor slash a lot of other stuff. That's it.
Okay. What's that? What was that TV show? The dude on there was slow. Well, he wasn't slow, but he acted slow. Um, that man was like, he's like, so you were acting like, no, man, I'm a thespian. And he said, a thespian? I don't do none of that freaky shit. I said, bro, hell no. This nigga
My
don't.
funny.
So, but nah, man, these are two of the finalists for the co-host spot. Um, so although we are voting, and your votes will determine who is going to be the next co-host, I figured why not give them one final opportunity to, um, see how they gonna gel. We may mix and match some folks, see how they are on their toes, with last minute things, and then on top of all of that, I need to see if they can handle inebriating her. Like the last couple episodes, I've been real chill. I've been real laid back. I ain't really did nothing crazy. I've been cool. Now we gonna see how y'all act when I ain't so cool. What up,
Okay.
plug? All right. So topic number one for the night. Do we want to be funny or do we want to be serious first?
Either
Uh,
or.
All right, let's start off because so it's Cinco de Mayo. Um, there's a lot of folks that are like celebrating, stay out with the people, man, at the Mexican restaurants, they
mhm.
drinking, tequila, the tacos, they celebrate. Um, do y'all feel some type of way that us, and when I say us, I mean
Our
black
people.
people, our people, are out here celebrating Cinco de Mayo, but we sometimes we don't come with this same energy for something like, I don't know, Juneteenth.
Oh, that's toxic. I feel like this could get toxic a little bit.
Man,
And
I don't
some
know, man. I'm a believer. Do what you feel. Do what you
okay.
feel. I mean, I'm a believer. Do what you feel, but at the same time, I do think we do need to have um, a strong energy when it come to Juneteenth. But us niggas, all we know is the fourth. So this Juneteenth stuff is really, if you ain't never did your research and read and all of that, you really ain't up on it like that. So how many niggas is really up on it? You got to think like that.
I don't think we give ourselves enough credit when it comes to like celebrating ourselves and our ancestors. I feel like we've been so reduced to February. And honestly, I don't know for other people, but like these last few years, February meant like less and less and less. Like I didn't see nothing on social media how it used to be. And I feel like, yeah, do what you please, do what makes you happy and celebrate other people. But I think it may be an embedded trauma where we really don't F with ourselves for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Can
Like,
but
go ahead.
Black History ain't just for 1 month. Black History is American history. So it's like you supposed to be up on Black History like every day. Black History is every day. It's not just 1 month. But this is something that has to be taught. You know what I'm saying? It has to
so
be taught.
like when do we like okay, we having this discussion now. After we talk, then what? Like sometimes I feel like are we missing the steps to provide not only for ourselves but for other people too? You know what I'm saying? Like we could talk about this all day and go in circles and pinpoint where we going wrong at, but like shit, what's the next steps after that?
Well, the next step would be first of all, you have to do this within your household. Start with your household first. So
Mm-hmm.
meaning forth, um, you can have I don't know, certain days of the month or whatever, where y'all maybe your household sit down and talk about black stuff and do black stuff or celebrate black stuff. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
Right.
when it's time for Kwanzaa, maybe you celebrate, maybe you just practice celebrating Kwanzaa. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe when African in April come, you really participate in African in April. It's stuff like that. Got to start somewhere. I get what you're
Right.
saying, man.
Yeah, like I totally agree with the February situation. It just got me thinking, like, even for myself, right? Like, I'm not even trying to shoot this at nobody else to be like, oh, you need to do this and that. I know at some points in my household, I can improve on explaining things differently. You know what I'm saying? So, my thought process would be, yeah, I can get on her and bash y'all because shit, y'all play too much. Like, y'all playing in your own face at this point as a culture. Culturally, is what I'm saying. But, like, what are the steps that we can all start taking, and then what is the goal? That's my thought process on it.
know, educate
So
yourself.
Right.
I do agree with both of those points. Um, but let's just play a little bit of devil's advocate.
Uh huh.
Whoop, whoop.
It starts at home.
Uh huh.
It is preached at home. It's taught, it's preached, it's taught, it's instilled at home. But then you send your little black children to these um, inclusive spaces where they'll be exposed to different type of cultures. Or
Uh huh.
in the world that we live in now, they won't be exposed to these different type of cultures because they're not trying to teach us that, or teach kids that. Um, how do you then like? But that like so they'll mention Martin Luther King or Rosa Parks in February. Maybe they'll talk about Juneteenth.
Mhm.
Maybe it'll grow up, a little. Um, but then you'll hear things about Cinco de Mayo where it's become this monetized day of celebration. And it's not, and like Cinco de Mayo ain't really Mexican Independence Day. It's just I forgot. Well, hold on. I can tell you exactly what Cinco de Mayo is.
Mhm.
Because somebody posted it and I'm gonna tell y'all what it means. Give me 10 seconds. Mhm.
I don't know.
So I mean, but like you said, we can talk about it and but and if we being honest, I think Cinco Juneteenth, and I'm just gonna take Juneteenth for example, they're gonna start monetizing Juneteenth like they monetize Cinco de Mayo. Watch what I tell you. All right,
I mean,
so
I can see it.
Cinco de Mayo. It's not Mexican Independence Day. It's the day Mexico kicked France's ass in the Battle of Puebla. Not everyone celebrates, and not every Hispanic Latin person is Mexican. It's more popular in the U.S. monetized than in Mexico. Putting on a sombrero, fake mustache, and yelling "Arriba, arriba, arriba" is racist. Don't do it. If you enjoy a margarita, chips and guac, and mariachi music, remember to also appreciate the brown people behind that culture. That's what Cinco de Mayo is.
Yeah. I feel like an old lady.
I mean, I don't know. I don't. I don't take it the Cinco Mayo thing that serious. Um, I think, like I say, people should just have fun, be respectful, but have fun with it. Um, Pertaining to what you were saying before, you can't rely on the schools to teach Black history. That I was taught that, man, probably what the teacher that was probably what second or third grade. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of inquisitive and I asked questions. She's like, she just broke down and told me, if you really want to know about Black history, you need to go get you a library card and you need to go and search that stuff for yourself because the schools are only going to teach you the limited stuff. They only going to teach you Martin, George Washington Carver, maybe a little bit of Booker T. Washington, just the regular stuff. They're not going to teach you, they're not going to tell you nothing about Nat Turner. They're not going to tell you about Marcus Garvey. They're not going to tell you about Mega Evans or any of those type of people like that. You know what I'm
Oh no,
saying? And
they
they
not gonna teach
only
you about the
gonna
right
touch
book.
on Malcolm X a little bit. They're not gonna tell the whole thing about him. You have to read these things. You have to go about this yourself. The Black Panther Party movement, all of that. You have to go about all of that yourself and read. So, like I say, that's why I say it starts at home first. You can't rely on the school to teach that. You
Right.
have to teach that.
Agreed.
So I'm
Um,
gonna say this.
but
Can I hop in? I'm gonna say this. Also, I think the first thing I'm so sorry, rain shush. The first thing that we don't teach, and I'm gonna say before we even make it to that point, right? to even learn about anybody else. We don't teach our we really don't instill in our kids. Because we don't really instill it in ourselves, like the art and the beauty of ourselves. Like how powerful we are, like a emotional love and intelligence for yourself. And I think that'll make another big difference when it comes to cultural celebrations. When we start really looking at ourselves and really looking in the mirror and be like, shit, I fuck with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, when I really, like, if we really think about it, okay, this is ghetto. This is real. This is so real. Like, I am a mama and I'm still walking every bit of my motherfucking dream. This is real right here, but I do apologize. This I am work meetings. But this
It
real
is
shit.
fine.
This real. But like it's when we start really appreciating ourselves, we can really start stepping on like I really come from this lineage. I really come from a generation. Like we talk about generational curses so much, but we really don't like celebrate. And I think if we talked about generational curses and what who did what before us and how we trying to break that and be chosen and all this other stuff everybody flying around talking, we can really rock with us.
I agree. Um, Celebrate how you want to celebrate, man. I would say this: there are ways to celebrate and show respect to different cultures without being distasteful, without being disrespectful, without being assholes. Um, so however you choose to celebrate, if you don't want to celebrate, do that. Um, I did have tacos. I'm currently drinking tequila. And y'all look, and I'm gonna say this, y'all know I don't drink light liquor either. So the fact I'm drinking tequila might be a problem.
Okay.
I'm more of a dark drinker. But then, in growing of age, they say like that so when I was younger, I would drink gin, vodka, Patron, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And as I got older, I was like, you know what? I don't mind a good whiskey or a good bourbon. I don't really like, clear liquor. But then, they say dark liquor makes you want to fight niggas. So I don't know. I think it's the opposite now for me because when I start drinking tequila and stuff, I get real. I don't want to say I get angry, but I get real like, hey, chill out if I hit you in your throat. I'm more chill on dark liquor. It's probably ass backwards though.
I drink both.
You probably hit people for no reason.
Me? No, I don't do
Yes.
is if I'm on the liquor, I'm cooling. I'm cooling. I'm like the want to be cool and just chilling. You know what I'm saying? That's about it. And if I'm with my lady, that's we,
Yeah. And
that's
see,
about it.
like, so you know how like folks get, they get real intoxicated, they get
Yeah.
crazy, get wild. I'm, bro, I'm real chill. I can sit back, sip. Don't bother me. I won't bother you. We ain't got no
Yeah.
problems. But now I can't do edibles no more. I can never do.
Why?
All right, so and I might have told y'all last week or week before last. So my homeboy was throwing a party, and we were sitting there chilling. I was waiting on my turn on the space table, and he had some edibles. So like I had taken them before, but just not in the capacity. He's like, man, bro, these kind of strong. Take like break it in half. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. So I opened the pack. It was two of them stuck together. I was like, oh, I didn't read that. I did not read the package. That's on
You
me.
tripping.
How many
I
how
did
many
not
milligrams was it? How many milligrams was it?
40.
40 milligrams. Was it Was it straight THC or was it like THC and Delta 9, Delta 10?
Straight THC.
Oh my boy. Oh.
So I'm thinking,
Yeah, you
all you
high.
know, I was like, okay, I'll be cool. So I went on and took both of them and ate both of them. So I took it at like, I want to say I got to his crib at like 7:30. Took it at like 7:45. Nothing happened. I was like, okay, I'm gonna be cool.
It kicked
About
in
eight,
at 8:15.
it started to kick in at 8:15.
Ah, okay.
8:15, hurt, you straight. I'm literally, I'm having a conversation with people. I'm standing there, but I'm not in my body. So I'm leaning over the sink, like, bro, y'all ain't hot. They's like, oh shit. I said, bro, like it's. I think the edible kicked in. It's like, nah, they kicked in. Like, so they's like, okay, eat a popsicle, it'll calm your high. So I was like, all right, I ate a popsicle. Wait a couple minutes. I get higher. I
Mm-hmm.
say, let me get another one. Get another one. It gets higher. I said, bro, it's not working. So somebody was like, well, eat some bread and put some on your stomach and you'll be cool.
Nah.
To this day, there's a picture of me slumped on the couch like this with a plate with two rolls on a plate, and I'm knocked the fuck out. So that was like 8:30, 9 o'clock. That whole kick all the way in.
So how did you feel? Like you was in a sunken place or was it was
Man,
everything like moving a certain way?
bro, like when I say it was a mix between where the fuck am I and I could hear everything. Like I'm talking about like I'm talking about like
That would
if
piss me off.
a rat pissed on if a rat pissed on a tire, that's all I could hear.
That would piss
I
me
Okay.
was
off.
high. Like I was legit high till about 7 o'clock the next morning. Like I ain't come down. Like so at the time, my homeboy lived in well he lived in Cordova. I lived out in country. I lived out in Token. Man, that was the longest 45-minute drive I've ever. I know I left my guy house at midnight. I didn't get home till 1:30.
Dang,
Like that's how like I'm thinking like that's how focused I was
bro.
and
You
looking
can't be
at
that high and try to drive. That shit do not work.
Yeah, you tripping.
man I had to get home because I wasn't like I couldn't call my girl like hey so I took an edible and I'm high and I ain't coming home. That would have been a whole different type of situation. So I was just like,
You damn near risking your life either way, huh?
right. What up, Caleb? Thanks for being a fan. I didn't know we had fans, y'all. Um, so but yeah, I never want to be that. So that was like the last time I had it. The very first time I had one, we was at a New Year's Eve party,
Uh-huh.
and my homeboy was in the army, and he had pure THC brownies.
Ooh.
So I had a piece of one, and I was drinking. I was cool that day. Because I was more drunk than anything. So a couple days later, I'm, straightening up. And I was like, bro, what's this? I said, what is this in this aluminum foil? And I said, oh, the brownie. Didn't put two and two
Oh, you
together.
had that junk.
Didn't didn't put two and two together. So I'm cooking and taking a little piece of the brownie. Man, got done cooking and motherfucking that shit kicked in. I said, bro, like I know I prayed to God. I said, God, if you stop my shit, if you stop my heart from here, if you can stop me from hearing my heart beating the way it's beating, I swear I'll never do drugs again. I never drink again. Man, I buy the kid whatever he want.
They prayers
Um,
start hitting different when you get messed up, don't they?
man, hey, what's up, E? If you go to facebook.com/ Marvin Morgan or Marvin Big Hurt Morgan, you can you can find the link. Or if you're just trying to comment, you can comment on YouTube too. So, um, what's up? I don't know how to say your name, but what's up, man? So yeah, I don't do edibles anymore. When people be like, oh, I'm like when people ask me, I'm the drinker of the group. I don't partake in that other stuff. Because
Oh man.
I've been done like when I heard my heart beat out my chest, terrified.
I had some times. Some I'm not wishing to disclose right now, but man, have I had some times. No,
Or
thank you.
what's the craziest thing you've done under the influence?
Mm, 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 mm,
Oh man.
mm, mm.
Oh, let me see what I can say.
Oh,
Um,
Arch World is a safe
oh
space.
no,
Say what
you
you
No,
talking
want to
about
it
say.
like
ain't.
what
No.
drunk? You talking about
Drunk
drunk
on.
or we talking about high? Or
Let's
I'm
do
trying to
both.
think of what I can say. I'm trying to think of what I can say.
It's a it's you can say what you want. It's a safe space. There's no judgment here. We
Okay.
might look we might look at you
Um,
sideways.
me and my cousin, we had we were drinking. Everybody was drinking
Yeah.
or whatever like that. And I was like it was a crew of us. We was all drinking and stuff. We got so drunk. Niggas was out there, I was out there cutting cartwheels and all this stuff. We got fucked up.
How old were you though?
Oh, I was in my 20s. So that might have been 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 20.
It
Yeah,
didn't hurt.
22, 23,
See, it
22,
probably didn't hurt.
23.
It probably didn't hurt as bad doing cartwheels. That
Yeah,
young.
but when you don't know how to do a cartwheel, when you don't know how to flip and you drunk, that's a bad combo.
Okay, you're right.
That's a bad
Uh,
combo.
what's the craziest thing you did, bro?
Oh, that's messy. I'm a refined young lady now. I've erased whomever I used to be.
She's still there. Come on with it.
What can I say? What can I say? I can say I've been more so petty before. Like it takes a lot for me to like. I don't like when people make me become her. Like you know what I'm saying. So when somebody makes me become her, I have known I was maybe one time a little petty. So I don't know. It's something about you know how you feel like you just strong as shit and like you can just conquer anything. Okay, I was in one of
Hmm.
those moments and I was petty. So I went through dude phone. We gonna hear me able to skip past that part. And I seen that he was just talking to a plethora of people. Like it was a lot. It was a lot. I was amazed actually, and I was like, I see he might have it. So what I did, I just changed everybody's name up. Melissa was Sierra. Sierra was Ashley. Ashley was Brittany. Brittany was Chanel.
Damn.
Chanel was Morgan. Goddamn me. And I was walking around the house quite happy while he looked confused. So I could be petty. But I had a
Why
good
would
time.
you?
I
Why
had
would
a
you
great time
do that?
because shit, I wasn't the only one who was gonna be
What made you?
confused.
What made you want to go through the phone though? Like what? What? Why play the phone game?
Why play the phone game? One, because I was young. When you know what you know about somebody, you ignore the red flags. And accountability on my part, like if I was now who I was then, if that makes sense, I would have just walked away like shit. Like I ain't trying to control nobody. This shit might have just been practice for my husband, goddamn me. So at that point, I wasn't in that mind frame. I was still young. And I
Yeah.
was like, I'm finna, cause he not gonna tell me. What the fuck he gotta tell you for if you already see it? But I'm young. He wasn't gonna tell me I had something to prove. Like, I mess with you, but you not fucking with me how I wanna fuck with you. So I went through the phone. Shit, that's just what it is. Do I take it back? Nope. I thought it was quite fucking funny to me. But I did play that game. I definitely did. That's
Um,
accountability.
and I do respect the fact that you're able to hold yourself accountable.
Hell yeah.
Um, so the craziest thing I did, well, one of the crazy things I've done. Um, so it was one year. It was New Year's Eve. I think I was my daughter wasn't born yet, and I wasn't talking to nobody. So I was uh I was back in a small town. Y'all know my mama stayed in a small town in Mississippi. Um, I wasn't going out because either I had waited to the last minute to get the keys for the car, or she had to work early in the morning, or something. I know I didn't have keys. Um, but I went to the liquor store before, you know, the New Year. So I thought it was a great idea to mix Everclear, vodka, Red Bull, and Mountain Dew all together and drink it. Imagine trying to go to sleep,
You can't.
but the Red Bull kick in, and every time I be like, "All right, I'm gonna go lay down,"
I would hate myself right then and
Red
there.
Bull kick in. Man, I want to say I made the drink at. I want to say I made that drink at like 11:30. I had to go to bed till like 6:30 the next morning.
Now I'm finna be messy. Was this before that first prayer or after that first prayer?
This was way before the first break.
Okay. Because I was gonna talk about you.
Now I will say there is a crazy story. Okay, I'm gonna shut. Yeah, I know I turned 38 next year. Um, and I graduated from the Russ College. Shout out to Russ College. Um,
Yeah.
there was a there was a particular individual who will not be named who was like, "Oh, I like you. We gonna talk X Y Z."
It Rust?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I can't wait to get off of here.
So I was like, okay, cool. I'm thinking it's about to go down. That happened on a Wednesday. The very next day, see this individual walking around campus, go up to speak to her, walk with her, talk with her. About 5, 10 minutes into the conversation, she tells me, "Hey, my ex, we gonna work it out." Wait, what? You gonna do what?
Mm.
Yeah, we had a conversation. He came by. We talked. He apologized. He gonna do better. What you just say to me? I say, you know what? I'm gonna keep it peak. Um, say, okay, y'all. I wish y'all the best. I hope y'all get married. All this other shit.
I
Deep
mean, at
down
least you
inside,
told you. At
I'm
least you told you.
pissed. I am pissed. So I walk my happy jackass to the liquor store. Um, get to the liquor store. Now, granted, I am of age, but I wholeheartedly agree. Them folks at the liquor store did not check ID. And they never look. Shout out to y'all. I bought a fifth of black gin and a half a gallon of Ciroc.
Wait a minute. Black gin. Black what?
Black. So
Why you do that?
Corey, you know what black gin is?
No, that's what I'm interested. I'm
So
curious.
so it's Seagram's it's Seagram's extra dry gin, but it used to come in like a black top. That's why we called it black gin.
Oh, black top. Oh, okay. Bumpy
Yeah,
face. Okay.
that.
Bet.
So in certain places on campus, as long as you know what stuff is, you can pretty much do whatever you need to do without getting caught. I have of the bottle of black gin in this hand, the bottle of Ciroc in this one, and I'm going back and forth. I did that for an hour.
Ooh.
When I say I stumbled back to the like the RA knew
Call me. Oh my goodness. I apologize.
you were probably somewhere being a studious woman.
Amen.
Um when the RA saw me, he was like, bro, get out of here. Cause if I see you, I gotta write you up. My roommate grabbed me, say, bro, come on. I don't know how the fuck I made it up those stairs. I don't know how the fuck I got in bed. I don't remember anything the rest of that night. I woke up the next day. I had a migraine and all type of shit. Body hurt. So I can't drink
Mm.
like that ever again.
Gotta know what you're doing.
But there was a time, um, you know, I was drunk for 7 days straight.
Mm.
So I used to look,
What the
hey, like when I be like, hey, my liver legit hate me. Oh, me and that nigga we used to beef for real.
Like you be drinking. I don't never go out to drink. So well, I don't know if I want to call your ass. Your stories don't be cool. You be fucking gone.
I mean, I don't drink like that no more unless I'm at home.
As he drinks the cup.
This is light. This I'm gonna finish this. I'm not gonna drink no more. Probably no. I'm not gonna lie. So I did make a pact with myself. I'm gonna drink every day until my birthday. So
Mm.
but yeah, those are just some of the. You know what? We're gonna go to break because that's gonna lead us into our next topic too. So y'all don't go nowhere. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. More Hertzler. Welcome back to Hertz World. I am your girlfriend's favorite podcast host, Big Hurt, and if she says I'm not, that hoe is a liar. Hey, you know what? If y'all are chosen to be the new co-host, y'all gonna have to help me come up with a new tag because eventually somebody gonna get tired of me calling their girlfriend a hoe. And
I'm
one,
surprised ain't nobody said nothing yet.
if you know, you know. Um, eventually somebody's gonna get offended, and somebody's gonna have words, and I'm gonna have to. I don't do like real big apologies, and I'm not trying to get us hit with a cease and desist type of situation. But so whoever is chosen as part of the new coach, Y'all gotta come up. Y'all gonna help me come up with a new tagline because I can't keep calling this woman a hoe. But until then, that whole a liar.
You know I got
Anyway,
you. You know I love words and words love me. I swear to God.
I like it. All right. So before we went to break, we were talking. Well, we were talking about my drunk stories, but that leads into our second topic for the evening. So, how is it that myself and Cord and Ro and others like us, we the new adults,
Man,
we
boy.
so irresponsible, and we just be doing crazy shit all the time. And we like if we being honest, we don't. It's a lot of shit we don't take like it be serious shit happening, and we don't take half this shit serious. So how is it that we are left to be the new adults and carry on the culture and the teachings that people have tried to instill in us? Y'all go first.
Who wanna go? Cord or you want me to go?
Nah, you could go.
I'm gonna let you
Man,
go.
I think this crazy as hell sometimes, and I think I'm a really, really good mother. Like, as you can see, I always have a child with me somewhere, learning, doing something, because I got to multitask as a mama. But sometimes, like, okay, one time me and Poodle was arguing. I was start singing, "If you tired, be quiet, then go to sleep." Like sometimes I just be like, Robin, do you go too far? Sometimes, like that's not really.
Hilarious.
You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you just look, get on my level. Like we go through all of them songs during a day. We whip through them real quick. And I just wonder, like, okay, something else. Because I was thinking about this the other day. Something else. I would never stop eating hot Cheeto puffs and rubbing a little stuff out. Like I just think as an adult, I didn't think as an adult I would be there, but I am. And that's crazy to me. But I won't stop. I enjoyed that thoroughly. I think it's childish as fuck, but I love it.
I mean, it's most
Mm.
definitely childish. No judgment though, but it is a little childish.
Yeah.
Corey, what you think?
I mean, I don't know, man. I never thought that be the new adults and people, niggas calling me OG and
Man,
Mister and that shit.
Um,
It's
hey,
just
what up,
different. It's different. I'm like, what? What? It's different, man. It's different, man. I still, man. If I'm watching TV, if I got time to watch TV like that, I still sit up there. And you know how when you used to wake up in the morning on Saturday morning, you got your cereal and you're watching your cartoon. If I'm watching cartoons or something, I'm eating cereal. I still do that. Like I still watch cartoons. It's never gonna stop.
no,
You know what
like
I'm
I
saying?
legit, like legit. I I I'm on vacation next week. I legit plan to get me a nice little bowl of cereal, sit on the couch, and watch
Mm-hmm.
fucking Power Rangers for hours.
man,
Like
I straight been
Hey,
watching all the old shows too. Yeah, guess what I watched?
what,
Oh, y'all ain't gonna guess because y'all don't know. Major Pain. Oh my god.
bro? Like
Oh,
it was crazy. Like it's movies and shows like that. Like if they like you can't have a movie like Major Pain
mm,
now.
you are crazy.
Like
nah,
it would be canceled. Like they would make
Oh,
you cut it off in the first 10 seconds.
that first lineup when he was going through each boy by boy, why I was repeating every line, I was like, damn, they would cancel the hell. You know how much
right.
backlash he'll get? Were we tortured
Bro,
as kids? Hold on, wait. I'm finna go somewhere else with this. Like, were we tortured as kids? And why the hell was we allowed to watch that?
we were.
Nah.
That's crazy. He
It's
went
just
Oh,
like
overboard.
it's just like one of my favorite shows when I was young was Pee Wee's Playhouse or whatever like that. So I used to watch that all the time. But me as an adult watching it, I can see that like if you know about the show, it really wasn't designed for kids, but it was made for kids, but it wasn't designed for kids. Me as an adult watching it now, I can see everything now, but I still like
right,
the show. You know what I'm
man.
saying?
So one show that I would watch faithfully that I know we couldn't watch, like that would get canceled now. Did y'all ever watch Mad TV?
Man,
Like,
man,
bro, like like if they came out with a 2025 version of Stewie, bro,
man.
he would say three words. Hey, cut this shit off, or or send it to Netflix, or or some independent. Because if if you said half the shit that we heard as a kid now, bro, it'd be all type of protesting and
Man,
folks be rioting in the streets, and you can't see my son or daughter that. How do you let somebody speak to me like that? Like, man, like, and what's crazy to me is like the shit be funny. Like I said, like I know we supposed to be serious, and they're like legit issues going on. It's a TikTok going on, right? It was a TikTok circulating about 2 weeks ago. America is going up in flames. Meanwhile, niggas is out here learning line dances while the world on fire. Like, come on, bro.
Because what the fuck am I finna sit here and be depressed with everybody else for, baby? I got clearly we finna have to live. Like, what else you finna do? It ain't time
Right.
right now. No, no, no.
So, and I don't like, bro. I don't. How are we now? Now, what I will say is, we're the new adults. And I know like them folks that are older than us are still in power and office. Um, and as they phase on out, it's up to people. It's up to us to take over the reins of the country. And I don't know, bro. Like,
huh,
because we don't take a lot of shit serious. We are literally, we've been traumatized as children. Like, um, we were left alone at an early age. Hey, don't open the door for nobody. I ain't home. Dinner is in dinner's in the oven. Do your homework. Go to bed. I'll be home at 2 in the morning.
can't do that now.
Hell no.
So do y'all think like is this generation too sensitive or are we more aware?
Nah, too sensitive. I would say
Way
too
too sensitive.
sensitive. Way too sensitive.
Way too sensitive. Way too entitled. Way too
That's why the comedy or the comedians that you got now, like a lot of them dudes ain't it. A lot of them, the new people, I'm saying, like
Uh-huh.
they ain't it. It's like what's the who do everybody like right now? Like the Kevin Hart. I like Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is cool, but he's just marketable. He's situational funny. He's not straight up and down funny to me, maybe in my perspective. But it's like you
yeah.
got a whole bunch of comedians that they got to tiptoe around on what they say. That's why the best comedians that you hear now, if you do hear them, it's like the Dave Chappelle's, the Bill Burrs, and people like that who just they don't care. They don't care if they get canceled. They're gonna say what they're gonna say. Cat
Well,
Williams,
and see, that's the dynamic of, like you said, comedy. Like back, like it's amazing how you see those clips where you're watching old clips of Def Comedy Jam,
man,
and like they're like literally talking about any and everything. Like I saw one clip, um, like this chick grabbed this nigga balls and was
man,
like, yeah, like it, but nowadays it's like, yeah,
you
you
couldn't
can't do
do
that. Or
nah.
you gotta do like these skits
Hold
where,
on, wait, pause. Excuse me. Did you say she wait?
yeah, she grabbed the
Did
ball.
what? It's
She
not a
grabbed it.
joke, but see, that's the thing. I feel like it'd be a thin line. Like
What?
now,
So the
I just
clip.
wouldn't run up to nobody and just grab.
Well, no. He was telling a story, and she was acting as his hands. So she
Mm.
was behind him, and he was telling the story, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I grabbed my balls," and he's like, "Grab my balls." So she grabbed it. He's like, "Yeah," and it was
Oh,
funny,
okay. He told her to do it.
the way he was
Okay.
telling the
Ooh.
story. But like now, it's kind of like you can't have those type of
No.
conversations without somebody hollering, "That's insane," or "I feel some type of way because you hurt my feelings," or
Yeah.
um
Just think about it.
whatever it is.
Just think about it. Some of the best comedians that we had, the Richard Pryor, the Robin Harris's, the Red Fox, Andrew Dice Clay, they can't do that don't work. Eddie Murphy, that don't work. Do
Mm-mm.
you think Eddie Murphy could do Raw right now in a time like
Fuck no,
now? No.
not at
Delirious?
all.
No.
Hell no.
This shit don't fly. You know?
I do feel like we as a society have gotten real. We've gotten real soft. We've gotten really
Hmm.
sensitive. Um, the majority of us don't take a lot of stuff seriously, but
No.
then but the younger generation, not granted, they are more aware than we were. They're more we because we were taught to kind of shut up, um, be seen but never heard.
That
We
shit right
didn't
there. Woo.
we didn't pass that to our children, so we
Mm,
want them to have a voice. We want them to speak up,
stop.
and in giving now, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I will say in giving them that voice, we may have tainted them because now these niggas don't shut up and they feel entitled. Like they feel like, oh, well, I didn't ask to be here, so you have to give me this, or you have to give me that, or
Mm.
because I'm here, I'm entitled to um Jordans, or I'm entitled to a MacBook, I'm entitled to a new iPhone, I'm entitled to Balenciaga and all these different name brand clothes. Um, but when we were growing up, nigga, you gonna take them Payless shoes with the Supermans on them and they light up. You gonna eat what I cook, or you're not gonna eat at all. You're gonna be in the bed by 8:30. You're gonna be in the house when the street lights come on, and that's that on that.
Well,
So like, go ahead.
yeah. No, I was gonna say that, if you want that stuff, go get it. Go work for it. Go hustle. Go that was how what I was taught. Like go get you a hustle. If you really want them Jordans, you want them $100 Jordans, go get you a hustle, cut some yards, whatever you gotta do, go get them. That's what I came from, or whatever like that. It's like I ain't gonna stop you. That's what you want. Like, hey, I'm not obligated to do that. I'm just trying to get you something. But if that's what you want, you got to do this right here. You got to go get it yourself.
And
You know what I'm
see,
saying?
that's the disconnect where
Yeah.
they don't understand. They feel like, oh, and it's not all kids, because like there are some outstanding parents who have been able to pass down the lessons and the things that they were taught as children, and their kids come out just fine. But the majority of these kids are raised were so we were raised by TV and our big brother, big sister.
Yeah.
These kids are raised by YouTube and content creators, and
Mhm.
they see these kids, oh well, they have this because they have this many followers, or they got that because they did this, or they went quote unquote viral because um they did a dance or something on TikTok or something like that. So that's what they see as the new no. That's how they catch their vibe. That's how they can make their money. So, oh well, buy me this expensive camera system, or buy me this gaming setup that you're gonna use for like 2 weeks and then get bored of it. Now I'm out of $2,000.
Mm. I mean,
So
I don't see nothing. Put it like this: I wouldn't just straight up buy this that stuff. You would have to prove it to me that this is what you really want to do. It's like if you want to, you say you want to play basketball or you want to play football. I say, okay, prove it to me. So we're gonna take you out on the field, or I'm gonna take you out on the court. We're gonna play. I'm gonna take you to the drills. I'm gonna rough you up. I'm gonna make you. You know how it is. Like try to make you quit. But if you still want to do it after all of that, all right, you prove to me. Well, I'll invest in you. But like just straight up getting you 2,000, I can't do that. But I can do this. We can get some refurbished shit or whatever like that, and start off with that, and let me see what you do. Let me see if you really want to do it or not.
well, I
You
mean, you
know?
you you can't rough you can't rough these kids up. Because y'all king, he like to flop. But we gonna let
Here
that
we
go.
go. Here we
I I'm
go.
not I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna let it
Hey,
ride.
I seen some videos of MJ flopping too. Now. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but he also got his ass whooped on the way to the hole. But it is what it is. I
Hey,
mean,
hey, I'd have seen LeBron get knocked over too, but but hey, we ain't talking about it. We ain't
I
talking
mean,
about that though.
has he ever torn his Achilles, limped off the court, came back, hit 2 free throws, and you know, never mind.
Hey,
When he hurt his knee, he was, he made that face, became a
yeah, but
meme.
I also didn't see I didn't see MJ play as long as LeBron did. Now, you got to compare now. Let's compare what LeBron doing now and what MJ was doing at the Wizards.
We don't talk about the Wizards.
I'm just saying,
we don't talk about Bron.
terrible, terrible. But go ahead. My bad, brother.
Trash. But no. I mean, but it's a valid thing. Like us as parents, um, we try to we try to take those things down and pass them to our children, and they some of them get it, but some kids are just really entitled and spoiled, and you can't tell them that. They got to learn the hard way. Um, but us being the new adults, that shit's insane. Like the craziest thing to me is I was talking to a customer, and I was talking to a customer. I saw, but I, and I was he's like, hey, she's like, can you take my son his phone? I was like, yeah, that's cool. So I take him the phone, show him how to set everything up, and he's like, I stay up, the fuck,
Man, this should be the
bro,
worst. Feel like.
like,
I'm gonna tell you, I think it's crazy because Skylar just celebrated her 16th birthday and whatever.
hmm
So I was just like, I can vividly remember me being 16. Like I can vividly remember that. So to have a 16-year-old just kind of like blew my mind. And like, where did the time go?
Yeah.
Like, damn, I'm really this age. And I guess like maybe for me, I fuck with me for this on a second. I'm finna go somewhere, but I'm finna bring it back. So for me, it was like, as a kid, have y'all ever had somebody y'all looked up to? Like when you was a kid, like kindergarten, third grade, the one teacher walk in,
yeah,
type of situation. Okay,
hmm
cool. So boom. For me, right, as a kid, I always kind of had this image of like, oh wow, this is the type of person I want to be. Now, I ain't saying I fell flat on that, but it's just amazing like how the time and world and life has made a different image almost. And like I'm really this age and this fucking adult. That blows my mind. Like this is thinking my thoughts be thinking hurt, but like for real, that fucks with my mind.
Mm.
Cause my thoughts
I mean,
be
I get
thinking
it.
like, damn.
I mean, I get it because like so, and like I see I see different people of different ages every day, all day. Um, like I met another lady. She was like, "You about to be how old?"
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Yeah, I turned 38 like next week." And she's like, "I didn't think you were." She's like, "I know, like, but are you like? I thought you were like 27, 28, like early 30s." I was like, "No, I'm damn near 40. Like I feel it every day. I'm damn near 40." She's like,
Mm-hmm.
"Well, you don't
Mm.
look like it." Now, granted, she did look every bit of 85. And she told me she was 65, but she looked every bit of 85. Um,
Oh Jesus.
Life is not as hard.
man, life whooped
Mm.
her ass.
Mm.
Oh,
Um, but
it happens sometimes. Mm.
she had been through like two or three husbands, and she had been through
That
some things. So like so life had but it's like she had been through like two or three husbands, and she's always been like
you
a
ain't gonna
stay at
say it like that
home.
because either she was doing her thing or she wasn't fucking playing with their ass. You just can't say it like that.
Mm.
It could be either way. Two or three husband shit. She might not have been playing with nobody. Excuse me. Life must go on.
Mm, that's what we call it,
Yeah,
life
but
going on.
if you go through three, would you say what, two or three husbands? At what
Yeah.
time do you say to yourself, maybe I might be the problem?
Right. Like maybe it's me. When that wasn't so let me try to recap. Okay. The first husband, he passed away.
Okay, fair game.
Hmm.
Second husband, he left her for a younger woman.
Okay,
The third husband was on his way out.
Out
mm.
of earth breath. Like,
Mm-mm. He was on his way
oh,
out. Like
okay.
he she was 65, he was 45,
Mm.
and she had a little money from the previous
Mm.
husband.
Mm.
And he figured out, I can get some of that money. So he was on his way out. Like the reason I was at her house is she had just moved into a condo
Mm.
because they were about, they had just started the divorce proceedings, and he was trying, and she, because, and now granted, I'm gonna tell y'all now, y'all think I be talking on Herc's World, like I legit, people tell me I have like a very calming spirit. I'm
Mm.
easy to talk to. So like I can get people, it's a gift and a curse. I can get people to talk to me about whatever I need you to talk to me about. But once they start talking, I get folks' life stories. Um, I know why like I legit had a lady tell me her dog died when she was 7, and she still mourns to this day.
Mm.
And she get emotional with it. Like so people tell me all type of information that I probably shouldn't know. Like you probably shouldn't tell a stranger, why you know, sleep naked.
People do be saying weird stuff to me, but I just look at it as like shit. They ass get that off they chest, and they probably not gonna talk to your ass no more. So you just take it as a grain of salt. Cause I done had
Mm-mm,
people tell me some shit, and I'm just like, wow, all
mm-mm,
right, shit, that's a part of your journey, ain't it? God damn.
mm-mm. Because I'm a like if you tell me something, it's gonna come up in a different conversation. I just know like it just is bound to happen. People like, but people genuinely talk to me about any and everything, and I just be like,
Hmm.
why are you telling me this? I just want you to buy this phone. I didn't want to hear your whole life story about, why your cousin and your uncle have been beefing since they were 23, why you live in this house and your sister live over here, and why your uncle Benjamin can't come to the house on certain holidays. I ain't want to know all, but folks tend to share that information with me,
You
Mm.
just
and
take it
then
as a
get
compliment.
that's
Take
what
it
is a
as a
compliment.
compliment. Yeah, take it as a compliment. Because
Okay,
you could be somebody who don't nobody want to fuck with, and then that'll be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you had to have it one way or another, which one would you choose?
Yeah, you got to pick a door.
I would
You got
probably choose it. I like the way things are now, so I'm gonna leave it the way it is because I, I do meet interesting people and have interesting conversations about
mm-hmm.
a plethora of things. So I do be getting knowledge. So we'll take it. All right, real quick before we go to break. If you could take one thing out of the 90s and make it acceptable in 2025, what would it be?
Mm.
The
It
We
could be
have
a
black
to.
clothing
movie.
line. The black
Huh?
clothing line for people that, you
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? Because everybody buying the designer and all of that from the white people and all of that, but in the '90s, everybody had them.
Mm-hmm.
We had Mecca, we had Carl Kanai, you had
Fubu.
Fubu. You know what I'm saying? You had a lot of black clothing lines, Fat Farm,
I
Rockaway.
love that answer. I didn't even have nothing to say because it wasn't even meant for me to say shit. Like, you took that. You
Woolworth.
did that. You
Okay.
did that.
I like that answer. What would you bring back, bro?
I just said shit. He took the answer. Goddamn me. Like,
Um,
I couldn't even think of nothing to say. And when he said that, I'm like, that's dope as fuck to me.
I would bring back legit TGI Friday.
You talking about
Like Boy Meets World,
okay,
Sister,
okay, okay.
that TGI. Now the restaurant come back too, but I would bring back like good wholesome Friday night television. Like
That was pretty
Family
cool.
Matters,
I fuck with it.
um, Family Matters, Boy Meets World,
I
Sister
love Boy Before.
Sister, stuff like that. I would bring
Or
that back.
or the Fox lineup. Living Color, Martin,
Mm-hmm.
Living
Yeah,
Single.
yeah.
I didn't
New
think of
York,
none of that. My
New
ass is
York
thinking about some.
Undercover.
Mm-hmm.
I was
Now, okay. Speaking of New York Undercover, if we being honest,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
New York Undercover got real. It got real bad and got real hard to watch after they killed Torres
Yeah.
You was
because
traumatized.
they could never really recreate the magic that JC and Torres had. Now I know because like I think because and I was watching it on I think Hulu got it. Now that I think about it, I was watching it on Hulu.
Tubi got it too though.
So yeah, Tubi got it too.
They
So
got it
after
now?
Torres, yeah, it's on there now.
Mm-hmm.
After Torres died, they had the whole season where he was trying to get back at Ice T, which was cool. But then after that, it was just kind of like, all right, they brought in McNamara. He didn't really fit. They tried to give Nina a storyline. She didn't really fit.
Mm-hmm.
Then the sergeant left and they brought in somebody else. He didn't really fit. It just kind of
Mm-hmm.
went downhill after they blew up Torres. And I was reading something like as I was watching it, like it was like a contract dispute. He wanted more money. They wouldn't want to pay him, or um, so whatever it was. But
Mm-hmm.
shows like it is also like shows like New York Undercover that kind of brought us into it brought it brought us new music too. Like because it was
Mm-hmm.
nothing um or you saw like Notorious VIG or Escape or In Vogue,
Mm-hmm.
SWV, Montel
As the
Jordan.
music guest,
Yeah.
I
So
remember
like
that.
it was cool.
I think that time too, even thinking about stuff like celebrities weren't celebrities at that point. Like now, when you think about it, the whole famous type of aspect is so much different from how it was in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody famous. Like, you know what I'm saying? Type shit. Like, everybody
Right.
famous.
And so I guess that's another aspect I would bring back. Like TV shows with good musical guests.
I
Like
think they tried
it
to do that in Luke Cage when they had Luke Cage, the Luke Cage
okay.
show. They did kind of do that in there.
Okay. Um Now I will say, because I've been watching, I don't know if y'all watch it, but there's a show called Will Trent that comes on ABC. It's based in Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
but the music of the show enhances the actual show. Like it's underground Atlanta artists, but it's also like mainstream hip hop, and stuff like that. It's not like the normal, the mediocre um jazz and pop and all the other shit that you hear on normal TV shows. So Will Trent does a really good job with merging, bringing a culture to the show. I know in the '90s, all like New York Undercover, all of that, Moesha,
Mm-hmm.
shows like that. They did that really well. So I would like to watch a show, in 2025 where they merge good acting and a good storyline with bringing in celebrity guests or celebrity artists, and like have them perform and just break a new song or whatever stuff shit like that. So that's just my take on it.
I feel you on it. I would get rid of these damn reality TV shows. God, some of them,
It
some of them.
depends though.
It depends though, because I think it got out of hand when they
Yeah.
started. I think maybe the Love and Hip Hops, the Basketball Wives. I think that's where it started to get out of hand because Real World was never bad. Real World was never bad. What was it? Big Brother. Big Brother wasn't never Survival. It wasn't that bad. There was some
And you know
interesting
what?
stuff.
It's
Hollis
interesting because
Hill
I feel
wasn't
like.
bad either.
So do
Yeah.
you think? Because I'm thinking now. Do y'all think that these shows now, these reality TV shows, are more so like social fucking experiments? Like I feel like that's what it's becoming.
It's not so. Go ahead, Court.
Nah. What I was gonna say, nah, because a lot of the reality shows now are staged. It's a lot of stage stuff, so it's not the same way that it was like where we just gonna put a camera here and we're gonna just tape y'all lives like it used to be in real world in the '90s and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't like that no more. That
Right.
stuff is staged.
Like you can kind of like if you watch certain shows, you can pretty much tell who finna fight. And what
Hmm.
and what's crazy is if it's supposed to be reality TV and it's supposed to be happening in quote unquote real time,
Mm-hmm.
how are you able to tell us what to expect this season? Or how do we know what's gonna happen next week if it's reality TV? Like
So
there's
you
no
mean
like there's
like
no
you
like
can shape
it's
through the editing?
yeah, like
Hey,
we'll
I'm
take
I'm I'm on the podcast right now.
we'll
No, you
take
good? You good, love?
we'll take
No,
we'll
you
take
good?
love
You
and hip
good?
hop.
Oh
Let's
Mm-hmm.
take
yeah,
Love and Hip Hop for example.
yeah.
Um, it's one of them things where it's so scripted, you can tell what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even fun to watch anymore. Like, I
Uh,
so someone's gonna get into it. They finna fight.
Yep.
They gonna get cussed out.
Hmm.
They almost gonna fight. Oh, she finna throw a drink. Huh, okay,
It's
like you
predictable.
really right. Like you really just watching it because it's on. Um, it's entertaining, but it's not as entertaining as it could. Go ahead, bro.
why you think that the degrading is so entertaining? Like the fights, the cussing. Why do you think that has our attention the most?
Social media.
Mm.
It's cool to it's cool to post to go viral because you whip
Mm,
so and so ass. It's cool to go viral for because you cussed out this person and y'all got into it. It's cool. Like it's a new norm of being cool. So
right,
whatever it is to get you
Mhm.
likes and shares and comments, that's what you're gonna
Mhm.
do. Whatever's gonna keep the people talking is what's going to um keep people engaged. Now, granted, people have short attention spans,
right,
so
Mhm.
you got to kind of like get in, you got to get in, hit it, and get out, pretty fast. But once you get like the one thing I'll say about you know the podcast is I tend to watch the numbers and the comments as
mm-hmm.
we live, and it fluctuates between like this really high number and then it's really kind of like low number. And I try to keep it within like a healthy medium, but I also try not to be too long winded or too, I try not to be on here long for the simple fact that most folks are probably going to watch you consistently, maybe about maybe an hour.
Right,
Like when you get to that like hour and a half mark, it's like, yeah, something else on.
mm-hmm.
Like I've listened to her, or I listened to whoever talks about an hour and a half. I had fun. It's time for me to go. Or if you post if you post clips of whatever, you gotta catch somebody in the first 3 seconds of the video, or they gonna keep scrolling.
Mm-hmm.
So we've become a society of like clickbait and whatever's gonna get us the most comments and shares and likes. That's what we're gonna post. That's what we're gonna track to. So I blame social media in bad parenting.
I do. Okay, so fuck with me on this thought for a second.
Okay.
If it's gonna sound like I'm finna go left, but just trust me, everybody, I'm finna bring this shit right back on around. All right, let me cook. If the world, right? Earth was like, let's say, gonna go 2 seconds spiritual. If Earth was like a classroom, right? I feel like everybody is competing who's gonna be the biggest class clown, like who's gonna be the biggest ass right now. That's what when I think about a lot of this, excuse me, reality TV and all the shit we doing, like who's really finna show their ass the most? Instead of thinking of this shit like life is like a talent show instead. You know what I'm saying? Like, why this shit can't be a talent show? Instead of like people, why we gotta show our ass? That's what I think about. And even going back to the other side of us being like the new adults, like, what are we doing sometimes? Like the little shit we talk about, yeah, that's cool, the shows and stuff like that and food and stuff like that. But like on the real tip, what the fuck are we doing?
That's because buffoonery sells.
That's
Unfortunately.
wild.
Mhm. I agree.
That shit gotta change. I don't know how it's gonna change. I'm just saying, I'm looking at it and I'm like, that shit probably should change sometime soon.
it's just
It
like
should.
what I would say. It's just like the music or the movies or whatever or the social. The only way that stuff would change is I'll put it in music terms. It's
Mm-hmm.
like the state of music was what is in right now, right? Where the stuff that you see for the most part, right? The only way that stuff will change is if you have certain artists, certain new artists come with something like come out with more songs that are talented
Mm-hmm.
oriented. Like what was that girl? Made for Me song. That went viral. That went
Money
big.
long. Yeah, money long.
Yeah. Or Booed Up with LMA. That went viral. That was a it would take for you to make more stuff that's quality and meaningful as a hit and
Mm-hmm.
keep doing it. Whereas now it's like, man, that stuff, that buffoonery stuff is played out. We got to come with, it would have to be a overload of talent hits for for it to change.
Yeah,
Because if
but the
not,
shift to happen.
this is what we're gonna get. It's just like with the shows or whatever, or the social media stuff. You know what I'm saying? It would take for people to, it would take for more talented stuff to happen than the regular buffoonery. And then
Right.
people would look at the buffoonery like, man, that ain't nothing. We be seeing that
Right.
all the time. This is entertaining. This is quality. People would
Mm-hmm.
have to understand quality over quantity.
Right. And I'll say this, like, you know, in the 70s and the 80s, music that was we had songs that were 4 or 5 minutes long. And
Hmm.
you had a verse, a hook, a
Hmm.
verse, a hook, a bridge, a last verse, and an ending.
Hmm.
But these songs now, 2 minutes, 2:30 at the max.
You got to hurry up and get it in.
Yeah, it's the
You ru-
streaming
we
era.
rushing. Yeah, we rushing.
It's the streaming
Like,
era. Everybody's attention span is not long, so that's why you got to get a person. You got to get them within that first minute. If you don't get them within that first minute, it ain't gonna work.
yeah,
You
Like
might
when I
want.
say 15 minutes of fame, 15 minutes of fame is real now. Like it's not it's like the girl that's doing the dancing now that everybody got a problem with. Like
Mm.
what I don't understand. I really don't understand why they have a problem with the girl. But anyway,
What
I'm
girl? You
just
talking about the girl who been making money off of the
yeah.
girl who created the
Yeah,
dance?
yeah, but yeah, yeah. That's exactly
I
I
see why
don't
they
see
got a problem with it. I see why.
I
I
mean,
see
but
why they got a problem.
wouldn't that have to fall on the girl who created the dance, or why is she not promoting herself? Why is she not doing the like? You can't
well,
get mad at somebody because if you know, like I put it to you like this: if you know the real story of McDonald's and how that stuff was created and made and everything like that, then it's like you can't get mad at that girl for doing her thing. You had an idea, you wasn't using the idea right. I'm using the idea right. I'm profiting over it. You could have did the same thing, but you didn't. You
No,
know what
as
I'm
a
saying?
creative, that'll piss me off. As a creative person, if I sit here, because I write, if I sit here and I wrote my stuff from my pain, from my heart, from me just having a good time, and somebody come, you gonna take my shit? No. And you right. Like I definitely get the whole she should have marketed herself better and stuff like this. I'm not saying I can totally agree with everything, but I can understand the exact like frame you're going down. I totally get that part all the way. Like that
I
is
mean,
important. But you not gonna take my shit and make money off my shit. Like that's stealing. You're a thief. You're a thief. You're a thief. You're
so
a
do you
child
feel the
thief.
same? Do you feel the same way about Megan Thee Stallion, how she, the little rock, the dance that all the girls was doing, the little rock, the on the knees thing, doing the rock thing. That was created by somebody else, but that
Did she
lady
give
didn't.
credit? I'm saying, did she give credit? Like, I think it's more so of
Yeah,
you not
she
giving
did say that she
credit,
learned
but
it from
that
somebody else,
somebody
but
is
at the same
monetizing off
time.
of somebody else. I think that's fucked up. I just think
But I'm
I think
saying at
that's
the
one of
same
them
time,
thin
you should be
lines.
able, I'm not saying straight up steal somebody, because I think within this situation, a dance, anybody can take it
Yeah,
and
that's
do it.
true.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know about like writing, you would have a clean argument with that. But with a dance, anybody can, take it and do something. But if I do it and I make it better, or you know, and I profit off of it,
Yeah.
that's on you that you didn't think to do right. I didn't
So
steal it. I
what
just
I'll
I
what
just
I'll
marketed
what
better.
I'll say is there's a difference between stealing
Hmm.
and paying homage. And I feel like the reason most people are in uproar
Mhm.
is she's legit stealing. She's not saying, "Hey, there's this," and I know it was a wave, about a year or two ago on TikTok where like black content creators or dancers would create these different dances and they would get semi-viral, but then a white creator would do it, and then the shit would blow up.
So
And
why
they
do you
was
think that is? Why do you think that is?
because and it does go back to some of us not marketing and creating. I mean, marketing or trademarking the things that that we create. But it's also like I said last week, stop inviting everybody to the motherfucking cookout. Everybody can't come.
I'm
Everybody
also
ain't invited.
right. Like I'm also gonna chime in and gonna jump in here and say sometimes it's not just about that person. Like they're not really legitimately getting that opportunity. Like it can be whether it's somebody's algorithm, they're being pushed, their content is not being pushed. Like that stuff really does make a difference. That stuff really does make a difference. Like I was looking at some of my stats and they were pushing my content. I'm from St. Louis, but they were pushing my content in fucking Nigeria. What? Like
Cause you black.
what? So
Cause you black.
instead of having views coming in, I'm getting like 20. No, I mean, and
Okay,
granted, I hope people fuck with me in Nigeria. Like, cool. I'm cool with that. But like, that's where they pushing my stuff to.
I'm gonna put it into a sense like this. Okay, remember when they had the thing about they were talking about the WNBA, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they don't get paid as much as the NBA players. And I was asking people, so why don't you have, since it's the WNBA, why don't you go and get people, women? It's the WNBA. Have more women, support it. Get a lot of support from the women. So when I
Mhm.
say that, what I'm meaning is the reason why maybe the original person don't blow up like that, or any black people, what you just said or whatever, we don't support our own people. We don't
Let's
support
talk about
we
that.
don't support our own people. We don't. We don't. When we start supporting people that we know or whatever, it's always you always have to go, like, it'll be a stranger to support your stuff way more than somebody that you know. You have
Preach.
to go way. You gotta go. You got. I got motherfuckers that don't know me that support me way more than people that a lot of people that know me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it be. That's what it be. We don't support our own. We
Is this
so
not the beginning of the conversation with Cinco de Mayo and Juneteenth? Like, I promise, I feel like this
I
and came
get
full
I get
circle.
what you I get what you're saying on that too, and
Hmm.
I respect that. But I'm just saying we don't support our own. We will support. We think about it like this: we're the number one consumers. We spend the most money,
Hmm.
but a dollar between what they said, $1 spent
$1. Yep, it only
spent with
circulates one time.
yeah, it don't last long in a black community like that. If we spend it within
Mhm.
our own, I think it's what, 3 hours? $1 is 3 hours within
Yeah.
our own community,
I'm gonna have
the
to look it
black
up. I didn't even
community.
know the time frame.
Oh yeah, I think it's like 3 hours. Think
Okay.
that was the number.
Yeah, I didn't
You
know
know
that
what
at
I'm saying?
all.
So we don't support our own. So you when it comes to stuff like that, you can't get mad at that girl for doing her thing. I don't see the point of making a big deal out of it if she doing her thing. If she doing her thing, that means that old girl that made it, okay, make another dance, trademark it, market it right, so, and get to some type of crowd or whatever where you can benefit off of it. That's why I be telling people, like, it's like when DoorDash was and I don't mean to be long winded, but I'm saying it's like
No,
when
I was
DoorDash
saying
first
that to
started.
some other stuff that you had said. I was like, like, damn, that's crazy though. Because to me,
But
she's her shit.
yeah, but it's like when DoorDash first started, nobody was up on that at first. It was plenty of
Mm-hmm.
money, everybody. But as soon as people found out that it was money in it, that's when you saw a lot of people doing it. Everything gets tested. So if you know what you're gonna do, gonna get tested. Keep creating stuff. Don't limit yourself to just one thing. Like that's why I say I'm not saying that I'm down an old girl who created it, but I don't want to down an old girl who's doing a thing benefiting off of it. You just got to find another way. That's my perspective, though.
I agree. With all that being said, make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe to the podcast. Cause I'd be damned if y'all don't like, comment, share, and subscribe to the podcast, and then y'all go fuck with Joe Budden or Charlamagne the God or any of them motherfuckers and don't fuck with me. And y'all know me. Y'all ain't know them niggas. And one of them niggas might be gay. But that's not my business.
Both
We
of
going
them.
to break.
Both of them. Don't. I don't even like the Breakfast Club. Don't get me started on the Breakfast Club. I hate the Breakfast Club. Don't get me started.
Hello.
Lord.
We going to
I'm just
break,
in my
man.
square.
Hey, we going to break, man. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned for our Arts World.
All right.
Uh, Charlamagne. Fuck you, nigga.
Hmm.
Welcome back to Herc's World. I am your girlfriend's favorite podcast host, Big Hurt. And if she says I'm not, that hoe is a liar. Man, we are Herc's World goes Loco in the Cinco de Mayo. Um, I may or may not be tipsy. I have not. I feel it, but I don't feel it. And I don't think it's a good thing because usually when you don't feel something, you want to go drink more.
Mm.
Um, so if y'all see me disappear, you know what? Fuck
If
it.
you see you disappear, you fucked up.
Uh-uh. Mm.
Hurt. Put it
Uh,
down.
You need some of that Julio so you can act a Fulio.
see, if I start putting bottles and shit on my head, I need y'all to take whatever it is out of my head. I've officially lost my goddamn mind. So don't put. If you see me putting shit on my head, it's time to go.
Dang.
All right. Tonight we have come to my favorite part of the show. It is songs you should not have been singing as a kid. Now
Mm.
I'm
What's
gonna
that?
switch it up a little bit this week. I'm gonna say songs you should not have been singing before the age of 21. And the reason I'm switching it up tonight is because on the way home to from getting the tequila and tacos, um, I randomly shuffle. My music is always on random, so you never know what you're gonna hear. We can go from R&B to gospel. We can go from gospel to
Mm-hmm.
hip hop.
Mhm.
We can go from hip hop to country. We can go from country to uh doo wop. We can go from doo wop to pop. Is
Mm.
you never know what you're gonna hear. So, um, I was listening to this. I can't remember what I started listening to this morning because it started this morning. Um, but to make a long story short, same girl came on the original,
Mm.
and I was like, I don't want to hear this. I like the remix better. So I turned on the remix to Same Girl with T Pain. Shout out to T
Mm.
Pain. If y'all don't agree T Pain's the GOAT, you can go play in traffic. Or one of the goats, go play in traffic. But anyway, that sent me down a rabbit hole of different artists where I bullshit you not, Apple Music played three back to back to back Firefly songs.
Mm.
And it was Shorty,
I do like that.
Busted, Busted Baby Part 2, and shit, now I can't think of the name of the damn song. What's the last one? Hold on. Now, because now I'm curious. Uh, it was Put It On You, uh, by Flies. I'm talking
Mm.
about I'm talking about it ran them off back to back to back to back. And I was waiting on Please Excuse My Hands to come on. It
I thought
didn't.
you I thought you were
It
gonna
did.
say Miss Pretty what you call it?
I'm gonna start Friday like that.
Thank you.
So on Friday I play random uh songs to get you in the mood for the weekend. That's how I'm gonna start Friday. But the song this week is none other than Headboard
Mm.
by Hurricane Chris.
Mm.
Go listen to Headboard by Hurricane Chris featuring Ply.
Mm.
That's my song. I didn't know shit about putting nobody head against no headboard. Um
What are you trying to get?
I didn't know nothing about putting a pillow there to stop the noise. I didn't know nothing about none of it. So
Mm.
that's my song this week. It's Headboard by Hurricane Chris.
Mm,
What you got?
I got t-shirt and panties on. I shouldn't have been singing that shit.
Adina Howard. Okay.
Mm.
I shouldn't have
Hey
been.
Dana.
Mm-mm.
And she's still fine.
She's
That
still
was
fine.
crazy.
And
She's
she's
still
still fine.
she's still fine.
Hey Dana. Well, I'm sorry. Hey Miss Howard. Chloe, what you got?
Man, I gotta go old school. Two Live Crew. Me so horny. I gotta go old school.
Okay.
My daddy had that on vinyl and he had that on cassette.
uh,
Mm.
I miss
Okay.
cassettes.
Man. I would not have thought about me so horny. Hmm.
Mm-mm.
Oh
That was
yeah.
wild.
That's insane.
Did you
Okay.
have a little dance to it too?
I don't know they had a dance to it.
I'm talking about you. You know how like, am I the only person who be having my own little personal dances to different songs? I just really
Mm-mm.
assumed
That,
everybody
that
else.
might be that might be you. I don't know. I don't know if I was dancing to it. I can't remember that part.
Hey, cause look, I be in a car. I be recording full blown videos,
That's what
having
I'm
mini
saying. Okay.
concerts.
Oh
I
yeah,
be
yeah,
hit.
yeah, yeah.
That's
I
what I'm
be
saying.
hitting.
I straight be having concerts up in here Friday night, baby. It goes down.
I hit my little two step. You know. Oh, if you sometime this week, I challenge y'all. Now, granted, some of
Mhm.
y'all not gonna do this because y'all feel he's a fucked up person, and he is. Individually, he's fucked up. Musically, the boy can't be touched.
Who?
Um, R. Kelly. Go back
Oh yeah,
and listen to "Feeling on Your Booty,"
man.
and if you can resist not singing, I will personally. No, you have to record a video, plan a song.
Man,
If
I
you,
can't
if
remember.
you, if your ass move, you sing or anything, you gotta give me $5. If you can make it through, if
Man,
you record the
Shit,
whole
I was
video and
gonna
not
mess up
sing,
now.
I can't resist. I want to say that doing that.
cause
Boy,
bro, like that shit came on, and I was like, oh,
then that
I ain't
video
heard
was
this
hard
shit in
too.
a minute. And then at the end when he goes, feeling on your groove, and
Mhm.
bro, if you can
Man, he
resist
killed
singing that, if you can resist singing that song, I will personally cash out you.
Man, nah, I can't. I can't.
I was straight finna sing, and now I just didn't feel like embarrassing myself. I
Man,
promise you. I promise you I would.
feeling on your booty,
I'm gonna
your
mute myself.
booty, your booty, bro, bro. Like now, granted, really, Robert deserves to be in jail. R. Kelly, I wouldn't be mad if he dropped
Man,
a I wouldn't be mad if he dropped a Chocolate Factory type of album project.
Mhm.
I ain't gonna lie. I want R. Kelly out of jail, man. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I feel like
Trying to
they.
say all
I
of
feel
that.
like they stacked the deck on that dude, man. I feel like they stacked the deck on that dude.
Mhm.
No, no, no.
Feel like they
Yep.
stacked the deck on that dude.
And
I ain't gonna go that far. I'm just
I'm
saying
gonna
his music was cool, but I'm not gonna tap into that other shit. That's crazy.
and I'm gonna tell you why they didn't stack the deck against R. Kelly. R. Kelly had two, maybe three chances to sit down, shut the fuck up,
He
and
did.
make music.
He did. He
He
did.
had, matter of fact, he had three legit chances to sit down, shut up, and make music, and he fumbled all three. The first time, when
I don't think that was him on that tape though. I ain't gonna lie about that.
nah, that was that nigga.
I
That
don't
was
think
that
that.
nigga.
I don't think that was that nigga on that tape,
Hey,
man.
I saw the nigga in I saw the nigga in person at George's Music Room. That was that nigga on that tape. So first time when he got in all that shit with Aaliyah, he should have sat
I
the
give
fuck
you that
down
one.
there.
I give you
He
that
should
one.
he should have sat the fuck down there. He did.
I
That's
give
a
you that one.
diabolical.
Number two, you leaked the motherfucking tape. Everybody named Mama knows that's R. Kelly on that tape. That's two.
I don't know
Number
about
three,
that's
when
debatable.
they got when a nigga got off the first time and him and Jay-Z recorded that album together,
Yeah.
Best of Both Worlds, and he got off, that was his third chance. Hey,
You
let
talking
me
about that
chill.
that press conference? What he did? He said that he did fuck that up. He did fuck that up.
He should have
He did
like
fuck that up.
when he got off, when him and Jay-Z got off, Jay-Z said, hey, I'm not fucking with them niggas no more. I'm gonna disassociate myself. I'm gonna get this
Cause
money.
that should have been that album was so incredible. It should have went fucking diamond. It should have went diamond, man.
That shit's still in rotation.
But I it's still stuff to that stuff that make me question things. It's like the parents, and then it's
Oh,
like,
they should be in jail too.
Nah, for
and,
sure. For
and
sure.
then it's like you saying that the nigga went to high schools and he went to malls specifically looking for underage girls. I'm just thinking in the mind of, okay, I was in high school. I remember how the girls was back then. I remember that they was sneaking in the club, lying, saying they was, 20.
I, re-
21, 22. You know what
I
I'm
remember
saying?
remember chicks in high school getting picked up by old niggas.
I mean, I'm just saying, yeah, that was that too. But I saw more women just like lying about the age. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is it's kind of, and I'm not trying to make this stuff right. I'm just thinking logically. I'm just saying that it's hard for me to see that this dude was just on the hunt. I feel like he ran into a lot of people who probably lied. A lot of people he was paying people or whatever like that. People was got disgruntled. I just think that is a whole lot. That was the thing. I don't think it was the thing that I just can't
You don't
see.
think men
I
can
can't see him. Yeah, this is like because if I'm on top of the world like that dude, I can't see myself like, yeah, all I want is young underage girls. I can't. I know it's people out there that are like that. That's sick, but I can't physically seeing a guy like that with that much heat, that much what you call it, that he can have anybody he want, and that's what you want. I can't see that.
maybe because you got to separate the artist from a person. Like those that can really be two different people.
Yeah, that
It's like
could.
you putting his greatness of his music over the greatness of his thought process. And I'm not saying I just feel what I feel like you can me
Mm.
and you can tell the difference even in conversation. I would think like a young girl versus somebody that's your age. I would think the maturity in the
And then
conversation. I would
and then
But
hope.
see
in
that
case
I'm gonna jump in real quick. So here's the difference in my opinion, or in my opinion, here's the difference. R. Kelly, in a
mhm.
certain aspects, has the mindset, and I'm not making excuses for the guy. He should be keep that nigga locked up. Um, in his mind, he still operated as a teenager. So, like when you were about to say, oh, like he should notice the difference in conversation, he probably thought, oh, this is normal because this is how I think. This is how I talk. He couldn't read. So he don't know, like, and it's not an excuse by all means, but he couldn't read. Now, and then on to Cora's point, if I, bro, in the night, think about how many women in the 90s that we had that R. Kelly could have smashed that were over 21. You mean to tell me R. Kelly couldn't smash Holly Berry, Nia Long, Tatiana Ali, Sanaa Lathan,
I'm
Vivica
pretty sure he
Fox?
had his shots at them. But if my thing too is okay, if you gonna put him on trial and you gonna say that's what he was on, then did he need to go? That
He going
means
to jail.
LL Cool J need to. Well, did he there now? But I'm saying LL Cool J need to go. Keith Sweat need to go. It's a slew. Jay Z need to go. It's a slew of people that
What
was
LL do?
they had said that he had a
I sure was
rumor that he
about
was
to
messing with
ask.
underage women. They said he was too. They said that he was. Jay Z.
No,
We
you
know
can't
he was
talk bad
messing with
about
Foxy.
LL. You can't talk bad about him. Don't do that.
I'm not talking bad about him, but
Don't do that.
it
Don't
it's
don't
been
just put
said.
that jacket on him.
It's
Don't
been
put that
said.
jacket on him. He don't
It's
even
been
be like that.
said. It's
Who
Hey,
been
said that?
said,
Who
man.
said that?
hey, women look.
And then
If
let's
you
think
went,
about it like this. What about those a lot of those rock stars, them rock stars back in the 80s and 90s and stuff?
Yeah,
They
oh,
they
was
they
nasty
doing it
too. Shit,
too.
they don't get no
they
pass.
is they it is
So I'm
they gonna
saying
get
if we
past it.
gonna do that, if we
That
gonna
ain't even
play that
got nothing to do
game,
with us. That's not even none of our business right there. We talking about in house, and you talking about who is they that was saying something about LL.
Hey,
it's been
black women,
said.
Black women, you can't say nothing bad about Denzel or LL Cool J around black women. 'Cause they will fight you to the death about LL and Denzel.
Don't do that.
That's hilarious.
I'm just saying though.
Hey, you know what?
I mean, you let Bill Cosby out. You let Bill Cosby out, and that was some bogus stuff too.
I ain't let him shit. That wasn't even
Hey,
me.
hey, look, Bill. They had to let Bill Cosby ass out. He's gonna die in prison. They didn't want that type of press. They didn't want that. So that's why they let Bill
That's
ass.
keeping it so motherfucking real. Like that's keeping it hella fucking real.
Like they couldn't let America's dad die in prison. Them folks
Yeah, but
folks would have they would have rioted about that shit.
I'm
You mean to
saying
tell me
though,
y'all let
he wasn't even
America's
supposed to be
dad
in there in
die
the
in prison?
first place.
No,
He's supposed to be in there in the first place.
he
Because
wasn't.
how do you? So it that's this would bring me to this new era or whatever. And I'm not. Don't get it twisted. I feel like if people do the crime, they need to do the time. If they did that or whatever like that. But how do you prove stuff like that when that was way back then? How do you prove that this person did that? How can you we just going by word of mouth and all of that. How do you do that? How do you put somebody in jail, you know, over word of mouth? It don't
Word
it don't register to me like that. So
word of mouth,
that go come on, man.
word of mouth, and skin color.
Yeah.
Because
I think they put him in jail because he was about to buy NBC.
Ain't no lie. That's what I heard too.
I heard the same thing. But had and no, I'm not gonna use that. Had Willie Nelson been trying to buy NBC,
Would have been
and
fine.
he came out that he had messed with so and so. Oh,
It's fine.
they would have hushed it, pushed the sale through Willie Nelson to be on an NBC. It's all about power. It's all about money, power, respect.
Yeah. But don't get it twisted. I feel as if person did it, if that's what they and you did you got you went to jail. I mean you went to the police, told them filed they need to go. I'm with you on that. I don't want to see nobody go through that. I'm not making no excuse for nobody. If they did it, they did it. And they need to they need to do their time on it. But
Right.
man, some of this stuff be so skeptical to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, if what you call it didn't have that tape of him running from the girl, he might have been really, really messed up. And they still halfway messed him up. Jonathan Majors. You see how that
Mhm.
went?
I also feel like it's messed up, and I'm sorry, y'all, I'm changing the baby. I also feel like it's messed up though for the women who've actually gone through that stuff. Like for real though, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
if somebody bullshitting and lying, I feel like they need
Hmm.
to be locked up just as fucking long as if that person would have been in trouble. Real
Oh
shit.
my! I'm glad it's a
Mhm.
woman saying it. I'm glad it's a woman saying it because if you accuse a guy of rape or
Yeah,
sexual assault and he's acquitted, he still has that mark on him. He
that's for
still got
life.
that
Mhm.
mark on him.
Yeah, that's for life. Cause people don't let up easily. Like
No,
social media would take a snippet of something and run really, really wild with it. Like, what's that example I want to use? What's that girl who was messing with the dude who got shot in his, I mean, pew pewed in his head, and she stayed with him, and now it's like a whole thing going on where she leaving him, and everybody talking bad about her, but they don't know if he was cheating before or after. Like, social media would take snippets and ruin you over
yeah,
anything. So yeah, I do believe that as a woman, because men really do go through messed up stuff like that for real. And then they don't get taken serious because people out here bullshitting.
yeah.
Yeah, you should be locked up just as fucking long for lying on somebody like that.
I second that. I second that. I second that.
I
Just look at
believe that.
the Johnny Depp and the Amber Heard stuff. Like,
Mm-hmm.
man, she was trying to ruin that dude. And come
Mm-hmm.
on, man, it's Johnny Depp. You think Johnny Depp, man, come on, man.
Can have any woman he wants.
That was crazy. She tried to ruin that dude. Now, I'm not
Hey
saying
man,
that all women are like that now. I'm not saying it.
no,
It's
Yeah,
not at
damn
no,
all.
for
good
sure.
women.
I
It's
get that.
damn good women out there. But I'm just saying that some of these situations really need to be really, really looked at before we just run with it.
Big
Before we
fact.
just run with it.
That's that daggone attention span. We was just talking about how people only got 1 minute worth of freaking listening before they take off and
Yeah.
do something else.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna bring this up and then I'm gonna leave it alone.
Mm-hmm.
Deshaun Watson stuff. When Deshaun Watson went through what he threw, I knew that was some bull crap, and I knew that was a setup because he wanted to be traded. The organization felt like, man, nah, just work with us or whatever like that. They fired the coach, brought in a new coach. The new coach talked to him. He still want to be traded. The day after he talked to that nigga, that's when all that stuff came out about the massage shit. And I'm like, so they somehow he the sexual assault and all that. I'm saying, so if this man really did what you say he did, right? And I'm not trying to make no women feel bad or nothing like that or degrade no women, but I'm saying if he really did that, right? Why not go criminal? Why are you going civil so you can get some money? See, that's what makes it look. It makes it look so
Look
fucked
that
up.
way. The angle.
Yeah, that's what makes it look like that. So if you felt like if a nigga did some shit like that, rape or try to sexual assault, I want the nigga to die. I want the nigga to be in jail. I want that. I don't really want no money.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
saying like that's what I'm saying. I'm just thinking logical. Like what that don't make no sense.
I want to speak on it so bad, but I don't feel like I know enough to have a solid opinion and be willing to stand on it if anybody wanted to say something back. Like, I'm gonna look into it some more. But no, for real. Like, I think that's where people get it misconstrued because everybody just want money. Or everybody thinks everybody just want money.
Like today, just the kicker from the Ravens got
Oh
released.
man.
It was a football decision that he was released from the Ravens because he's allegedly being accused of multiple SA assaults.
The same thing.
So is it like now? What's going to be interesting to see is like, okay, they released him, but are they going to give this the same type of attention
No,
and the same type of energy that they
nah.
gave to Sean Watson?
They didn't even give the same type of energy to Ben Roethlisberger when he raped them two hoes. They didn't even give him the same what you call it when he
Niggas
raped them
forgot
two
about
women.
niggas forgot about that.
Oh
Oh,
man,
you know what else niggas forgot about?
what?
Brett Favre stealing out
Come
on
on,
food
man.
stamps.
Yeah, when he was with the Jets. I know what you're talking about. I'm saying, so why do they not give that the same energy?
Hey,
I'm
it's because if it's somebody that looks like us,
I was say we know why.
crucify him. But if it's somebody that look like them, oh, they were going through something, or let's give them a little money, they'll shut up.
but yeah, like I was
But
like, dang. So, and I'm saying like this nigga actually did that. Like Ben did that, and I'm like, we gonna sweep it under the rug.
yep,
So
We
come
know
on,
what
man.
it is.
Come
we
on,
do.
man.
We know what it is though. Like, like sometimes we just gotta call shit out.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we get so frustrated, like I do. I be like, shit, like it ain't even worth speaking on. But sometimes you just gotta call the shit out. Let's throw this spade out here for a second and cut this shit short, real quick.
Yeah.
Hmm. Big facts. All right, man. So that went the songs you should not have been listening to as a kid went a little further than we usually do, but we had some interesting topics that broke off into that. So um we're gonna wrap this here thing on up. Um Before we do that, gotta let y'all know Survey Mars the link is posted on my page, in my story. Cord's posted, Rose posted, Anthony's posted, Nessa's posted. Wherever share, like, whatever, go to the Survey Mars, click for two people, not one, two people. Um, you can vote two guys, you can vote two girls, you can vote a boy and a girl. Whatever you want to vote, just vote for two people. Um, the voting is open until Friday. So you'll see the five of us share the link throughout the rest of the week for people to go vote. I think you can vote. I think you can only vote like once a day, and then you got to wait till the next day. But vote,
Oh.
vote, vote, vote.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Um,
Okay.
I think you can vote once a day. It might be twice, but I think you can only vote once a day. Um, but vote, comment. Well, vote who y'all want. Share the post so your friends can vote. Check out the episodes that they've been on so you can kind of see the vibe, the energy, the attention that they bring, the topics that they bring, so that we can find two new co-hosts. Before I end it, as always, Ro, tell the people where you can be found if you want to be found, and a quote you live by.
I can be found on Facebook at Rashishat. That's RASSESHAT Robin. And then on TikTok, I could be found at I am Ro. And a quote that I live by is giving the universe back her flowers.
Cord, what you got?
Man, look, you can find it. I got it in the comments. You know what I'm saying? In case you know what I'm saying. But Facebook, Cordero Wall. You know what I'm saying? IG, all lowercase, Cord aka Sincere. TikTok, Cord TV 887. Uh, Twitter, Cordero Wall. Snapchat, Cord TV 87. You know what I'm saying? Vote for me. You know what I'm saying? And the quote that I go by is rule number one, get the money. Rule number two, don't forget the money.
Very, very well said. All right, y'all. We are less than a week away from the 3-year anniversary episode of Herc's World. That's right. Y'all have been dealing with my shit for 3 years. I don't know how y'all do it. Thank you. I appreciate it. So the 3-year anniversary is going to be dating in 2025, the male edition. So I got
Mm.
a panel of guys together. Some will be single, some will be in relationships, some will be taken, some will just be there to be there. Um, so we're going to get the panel together. And ladies and gentlemen, if you have questions for the panel, if you want to know, hey, why does girl stop texting me? Or why does this guy only want me for this? Or, why can't I keep a man? Whatever it is you want to know from the panel of men, inbox me your questions and I will ask the panel and we will give you, I'm not going to say it's going to be great advice, but we'll give you insight on what men think. It'll kind of be like a barbershop feel. We'll be live in the studio. Um, so be looking forward to the 3-year anniversary episode of Perks World. Also, part of the episode, we will reveal the winners of the contest. So stay tuned for that. Keep voting, like, comment, share, subscribe on the YouTube. Um, what else? In addition to it, Hurts World turning 3, yours truly turns 38 next Monday. I am accepting all gifts, whether it be small, big, or medium size, I accept all liquor, all money, all workout equipment, and all well wishes. If you just want to say, "Hey, Hurt, I love the show, but I hate you," that's fine too. Whatever you want to do. But as I grow a year older, hopefully, the goal is to grow a year wiser, a year stronger, and a year better. I have not decided if we're gonna do an episode next Monday, just for the simple fact that I'm probably gonna be somewhat drunk. Not even
Dang.
sitting here and hold you. Like the amount of foolishness that I've been told that is supposed to happen next Monday. Um, I probably won't even be able to formulate a sentence. Um, watch the TikToks, watch the Facebook. I may just post where we are, and y'all can pull up, buy me a shot. Um, Now, granted, I will say this: in previous years, I've had the notion to try to say, "Hey, I turned this age this year. Let's try to take that many shots." We're not doing that shit this year. I am too fucking old to be trying to do that shit this year. Be in the bed by 9:30, 10 o'clock most nights. And I got a bad back. And I'm still trying to, get some of this weight off me. So with all that being said, if you want me to drink, make sure it's before 4:30 and you bring clear liquor. We take shots at the house. Um, do with that information what you will. Um, what else? Talked about the voting, talked about anniversary show. Um, I think that's it. Um, as always, if you don't work, you don't eat. You got to call so you can walk so you can run, and man, run before you can fly. Until the next time you see my face or hear my voice, remember, you only have one birthday a year. Enjoy it. Celebrate yourself. And on that one day a year is your free pass to slap the shit out of anybody that fucks with you.
Man.
Hmm.
Why? Because it's your birthday and it's your day. So next Monday, if I just happen to walk up to you and you see me do one of these, my
Run.
birthday. I can do what I want. Um, Perk out.